Hey, what's happening, guys? So I'm in the car. I'm not driving. I literally just parked. I had some weird lady look at me. She's like, what is this person doing parked in the middle of the street? But I figured I would do this video because it's still fresh on my mind. And one of the things that, or the main thing about this video is entrepreneurship, man. Anyone can be an entrepreneur. It doesn't matter if you've gone to college, not gone to college, got kicked out of high school, got arrested. It doesn't matter. Anyone can be an entrepreneur. The thing is, there's a difference between being an entrepreneur who's going to make $50 million, $10 million, $100 million, some shit like that. But I mean, in my head at least, I believe that anyone can make at least six figures. I mean, shit, 8-10 grand a month. Anyone can do that. It blows my mind how many times people are so like, oh, that's impossible. I don't know if I can do that shit. 8 or 10 grand a month. That's mind boggling. I make like 35 grand a year or 40 grand a year. I mean, listen. And I just had this talk, and people are gonna. And my buddy was like, "Oh, you can listen to all that woo-woo shit on the radio or your audio programs and whatever." And I'll get to this. See, this is what I mean. The people who aren't crushing it right now, from what I've noticed, or don't actually have the right mindset. And I'm not a mindset coach. I'm definitely not the best mindset coach for anything. I probably need more mindset coaching than a lot of people, right? But here's what I know. If I want to make money, I automatically accept it's going to work. Like if I want to, and it may not, right? If I want to try this new offer for my Jeet Kune Do thing, I automatically assume I'll get some sales. Maybe I'll make $1 million, maybe I won't. I don't know what the fuck I'll do, but something's going to happen. It's going to work. Same thing with copywriting. The reason I grew so quickly, other than the fact that I took a lot of action, I wrote a book, I got on tons of podcasts, I communicated with people, I flew to people when I didn't even have that much money so I could meet them, solidify the relationship, and close them on longer term deals so then I would have money. So obviously there's actions that get taken that get you the result, but the biggest part about it is having the right attitude, having the right mindset that it's going to work. Even if it doesn't work, fuck it, there's a really good chance of it working. If you automatically think that getting money is hard, or if you automatically think that it's going to be whatever venture you're going to do isn't going to work, then of course it's not going to work. Of course it's not. If you think making 200 grand a year or 300 grand a year requires you working 80 hours at a fucking corporate job that you hate with a suit and tie, driving an hour, fighting traffic, and then fucking driving back another hour, and then you only have like 2 or 3 hours left in the night or some shit, and then what do you do when you get home? You want to plop down on the couch, have a fucking beer or a drink, and eat some food, watch maybe 1 or 2 episodes of TV, and knock out and repeat the business or repeat the bullshit all over again. You don't want to have to do that. But here's the deal. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, you have to, like, I'm against all that shit, but you've got to understand that there may be a point in time where you're going to be working just like that or harder. The difference is you're not going to be getting paid while the motherfuckers who got a job slaving away at their life got paid a certain amount of money to give away their time. They said, hey, here's 300 grand, just give me your life and you can have a few hours a week. And they say, okay, cool, yeah, that's the way to do it. It's just not the fucking way to do it anymore. You don't have to do it. You could literally put in the same amount of hustle, work, time, especially because it's the main thing. We all have the same amount of time in the day. Some people are going to do some shit with it. Some people aren't. That's just the way life is. But if you can just drive your mind, if you can just push as hard as you can, and you're an entrepreneur, shoot, even if you start a service-based business, which isn't totally that scalable, like my copywriting thing, it can easily produce 6 figures, but tapping into the 7-figure range per year, not just an overall sale, but per year, as a copywriter, it's a little bit more difficult. You may have to do some royalties, you may have to start your own gig, you may have to do, but you turn into more of an entrepreneur, you do your own shit. But here's the deal. If you're trying to escape the rat race, or if you know someone who needs to see this fucking video, and they've just been chugging along on their job thinking that that's the only way to do it, that's not the only way to do it. You've got to change your mind. You've got to have some confidence in yourself. The only reason you're not driving and pushing and going all out on your own is because you don't have the confidence in yourself to actually do it. If you did, you would just not give a fuck. You would be like, yeah, win or lose, I'm doing it. I know I'll probably have a high chance of winning. I have confidence. Of course I'm going to do it, right? Doesn't matter. Here's the catch-22. You don't actually get confidence that you can actually accomplish it without going and doing it and failing a little bit and then accomplishing, right? So it kind of builds a muscle. If I take so much action, I don't really realize all the failures and all the things that are not working. I'm just paying attention to all the shit that's working because I'm working so fucking hard. I'm pushing all this stuff out there. Something is working. So when you do that shit, man, it's like life can change, your entire income can change, and you know, everything can fucking change. So anyway, this video didn't even have an outline or anything like that, so I'm sure I went on like 20 different fucking tangents or some shit. But if you found this video helpful, give me a like, give me a comment, let me know what you think. And if you know somebody who would probably benefit from this video and needs a kind of a kick in the ass or a punch in the face, send this to them, and keep kicking ass. Take care.